안녕하세요 여러분. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sean. In this lesson, I will show you the top 7 most common questions you will get in a restaurant in the US, and I will show you how to answer them. Also, if you're currently studying English, I highly recommend you join my channel membership. Alright then, let's begin. Usually, the server will greet you at first and ask you if you want anything to drink.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Great, thank you.
My name is Sean and I will be your server today. Can I start you off with something to drink?
I'll have a Sprite, please.
Alright, I'll get that for you now.
I'll have a Coke, I'll have a water, I'll have a Sprite, I'll have a coffee. This is how you order drinks in restaurants. I'll have a blank. Easy, right? If you say, please give me a Coke, it sounds a little weird. So yeah, just say, I'll have a Coke. After that, the server will ask you if you're ready to order.
Do you have any questions about the menu?
No, I just need some time to look at it.
Sure thing, take your time.
If a waiter asks you, do you have any questions about the menu? It means that they're not really sure if you're ready to order or not, but they don't want to pressure you and say, are you ready to order? So them asking, do you have any questions about the menu? Is them politely asking if you're ready to order. And if you're not ready to order, just simply tell them that you need a little bit of time. After you decide what you want to order, it's a really good idea to put down the menu. This is a signal to the server that you're finished looking at the menu and you are ready to order. If they don't come to you after maybe a minute, it's probably a good idea to try to make eye contact with them. In the rare case that they still don't come over to take your order after you even make eye contact, then maybe you can raise your hand. But I wouldn't raise my hand and say, excuse me, in a loud voice. Instead, just raise your hand and wait for them to notice you. But most restaurants will have servers that are always checking to see when you're ready to order. So when the waiter comes out, all you have to do is just say, I'll have the blank.
Are you ready to order?
Yes, I'll have the burger. I'll have the burger. The reason we say the when we order food is because you're kind of saying, I will have the representative burger of this restaurant. That's why you can't really say, I'll have the Coke, because that restaurant didn't make Coca-Cola, right? So you can, of course, add please to the end of your order to make it sound even more polite. I'll have the chicken sandwich, please. But you don't really need to add please to the end of it, as long as you just say it in a polite tone of voice.
Are you ready to order?
Yes, I'll have the burger. So it's very common that the server will ask you follow-up questions about your order, especially if you order a steak or a burger or fish or something that has options to it. So if you're ordering a burger, they'll usually ask you, how would you like that cooked? Or how would you like that? You can just say, medium please, or rare please, or well done please. Pretty easy, right?
How would you like that cooked?
Medium rare please.
Sure.
And if they're asking you what kind of side you want, it's the same as ordering your main. I'll have the fries please. I'll have the cup of fruit please. I'll have the mashed potatoes please.
And what would you like as a side?
What are my options?
You can choose from fries, a salad, a cup of fruit, and mashed potatoes.
I'll have the fries.
Sounds good. I'll get that started for you now.
While you're eating, it's very common that you need extra napkins or some more ketchup. In this case, it's the waiter's job to kind of notice that you're looking for them and that you need something. It's possible though that they're busy doing something else or that they're not paying attention to you at that very moment. So in this case, it's not rude to raise your hand and say, may I have some more ketchup please? May I have some more water please? May I have some more napkins please? This is how you ask for refills, extra napkins, anything else you might need while you're still eating. When you're finished eating and you're ready to go, make sure that you put your knife and fork down and make it seem that you're completely done eating. The waiter will likely visit your table and ask you if they can clear any plates away from the table. This is your chance to ask for the check. All you have to say is, may I have the check please? Or, I'll have the check please.
Can I clear some of these plates out of your way?
Sure. Also, can I have the check, please?
Sure thing, one moment.
After that, if you're using a card to pay, they will likely ask you to sign a piece of paper. Here's where you can leave the tip. When paying, just leave a tip equal to 15 to 20% of the price of the meal, and that's it.
Here you are.
Can I pay with a card?
Yes, no problem at all.
Okay, here you go.
Great, can you just sign this for me, please?
Sure thing. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
No problem, and thank you for the great service. Have a wonderful day.
Same to you. Come back soon.
Let's watch the scenario one more time for some more practice.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Great, thank you.
My name is Sean, and I will be your server today. Can I start you off with something to drink?
I'll have a Sprite, please.
All right, I'll get that for you now. Here you go. Do you have any questions about the menu?
No, I just need some time to look at it.
Sure thing. Take your time.
Oh, this looks good. Yeah, I'm gonna get the burger.
Are you ready to order?
Yes, I'll have the burger.
How would you like that cooked?
Medium rare, please.
Sure. And what would you like as a side?
What are my options?
You can choose from fries, a salad, a cup of fruit, and mashed potatoes.
I'll have the fries.
Sounds good. I'll get that started for you now.
Thank you.
Here you go. Enjoy.
Thank you. Oh, I need some more ketchup.
How is everything? Do you need anything?
The burger is fantastic.
I'm glad to hear that.
Could I have some more ketchup, please?
Certainly. Can I clear some of these plates out of your way?
Sure. Also, can I have the check, please?
Sure thing, one moment. Here you are.
Can I pay with a card?
Yes, no problem at all.
Okay, here you go.
Great, can you just sign this for me, please?
Sure thing. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
No problem, and thank you for the great service. Have a wonderful day.
Same to you. Come back soon.
Alright everyone, was this useful for you? Please let me know in the comments down below. If so, I'll make more videos like this. Once again, I'm Sean, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
안녕하세요 여러분. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sean. So South Korea is developing very quickly. There are now many South Korean companies that are very well known around the world. Samsung, LG, Hyundai, K-pop, K-dramas, Korean movies are also extremely popular. For people living inside the country, much of Korea, particularly Seoul, is developing at the speed of light. New companies, new stores, new technology. Out with the old and in with the new. The development is faster than any country I've ever been to. It got me thinking though, is Korea developing so fast that it's in danger of losing its cultural identity? I mean, just look at the Korean language. More and more we're seeing English loanwords. You walk around Seoul and you see tons of English signs. Recently, the new president with his political administration announced that he's going to get rid of Korean age in legal contexts. What other traditions will fade away as Korea continues to develop and adapt to the modern world? So in this video, we asked several foreigners living here in Korea from all around the world what they think of this question. Is Korea developing so fast that it's in danger of losing its traditions and its cultural identity? Without further ado, let's begin.
My name is is Sean, and we're out here in Hongdae interviewing foreigners here on the streets. Where are you guys from, and how long have you been in Korea so far?
I'm from Germany. I came to Korea in August last year.
I'm from Utah, USA. I've been here a day.
I'm from Brazil, about a week.
I'm from the USA and I've been here 8 years.
I'm from Poland and I've been here for like 9 to 10 months, I think. Yeah.
I'm from Sweden and I've been here 3 years.
I'm from Estonia and I've been here just for about 3 days.
And I've been here for a few months now. I came in the beginning of the semester.
Alaska, collectively 2 years.
Ireland, about a year and a half.
How do you like it?
Very good. I really like it.
Love it. Staying for another year.
Stay for another year, okay. And so, as people who have lived here for more than a couple months, do you feel that Korea is getting more westernized or losing its cultural identity?
Not really, no. I would say that the West is getting Koreanized rather. Because there are many artists who want to come here to collaborate with Koreans, and it's spreading the beauty standard. I think the beauty standard, cosmetic brands, the fashion, everything is gaining more interest in the West. I wouldn't call it losing its cultural identity, but I do feel like the mainstream culture is very American influenced. The pop culture in terms of K-pop and the dramas. This is what pops in my head.
Okay. Recently, the government has decided to get rid of Korean age. Did you know Korean age was different? In that sense, do you think Korea has lost its cultural identity?
The age thing, I didn't really know much about it until I got here. I do think it is a little bit more confusing for foreigners, but in the sense of like Korea losing its cultural diversity over that, I don't think it would really be such a big deal to keep that because it is a little bit different.
I think no. It's just a little changes that doesn't make that much.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's losing its cultural identity, but I do feel like it's progressing in its own way, and maybe Koreans are starting to realize themselves as well that these very strict hierarchical rules are not benefiting them as much anymore as they might have been like that in the past. Yeah, I think it will help them progress.
I'm not sure about losing. I think it's changing, as in identities change in general.
I guess those are aspects of the culture that they're losing.
For Westerners, this whole Korean age thing is a little hard to comprehend.
Getting rid of Korean age, I'm not sure that the people necessarily will stop using that age when speaking. It's more for legal purposes and to stop confusion, because I think a lot of it came from the vaccines when it was the 30-year age limit for signing up for the emergency ones or Johnson & Johnson or whatever. And that caused a lot of confusion because some people thought I am 30, but their birthday said they weren't. So going between the two ages is confusing. So if they legally standardize it, okay, but I think that people will still say I'm 31 when they're 30.
I feel like Korean culture kind of just gets lumped in together with a lot of other Eastern Asian cultures, very similar ones like Japanese or Chinese culture, Taiwanese, maybe even Thai. So I feel like if Korea can keep some of those certain aspects that do differentiate it from other countries, I feel like that would just help kind of giving it more of its identity back.
Pretty much every roommate of mine asked me how old I am. I answered, and they were like, oh, is that English or Korean age?
So when you talk to your Korean friends, do you always say your Korean age or your international age?
I usually say my birth year because it's easier because I mess it up all the time.
Oh, same. Or I'm like, in international age, I'm this age. In Korean age, it's this.
I say my Korean age.
You say your Korean age. Okay, I see. As far as the Korean education system as well, kids are forced to learn English from a very young age here as well.
I do kind of wish in America, like, they kind of require you to take a foreign language in school, but you don't really learn anything. I feel like knowing another language is just a really useful thing.
It is very useful, yeah.
I think the Western influence has been here for the past 70 years since the Korean War. I think it's also very to pose this question if it's like losing its ties or becoming more westernized. It's just a very binary thinking because this mixture between exchange of cultures or the influences from various cultures, not just Western but also Japan. Japanese influence has been here already for a long time.
Of course,
So in a way, the Korean culture has been always in the flux between sort of like borrowing or mimicking from Western influence or American influence specifically. That's like a lot of the reason why I feel like Korea is kind of losing its identity is because a lot of Westerners especially, like you hear Korea, they're like, oh, what K-pop groups do you like? And I'm like, I'm not here to listen to K-pop. I'm here to study the culture. I'm here to learn the language. I'm here to just immerse myself in the experience. So I feel like more people should
embrace that.
Embrace the non-K-pop culture of,
Yes.
of Korea.
Through K-pop, these idols have to cater to Western audiences if they want to grow and become known in those countries. So that, in a way, makes them lose kind of the culture.
I think that's positive in that way.
There are positive aspects, but I think it also makes it less Korean in a way if they have to change any way they act.
What's a hallmark of Korean culture that you can think of, you know, when you say the word Korea?
You guys have your own alphabet, right? And language and stuff.
Yeah, the Korean alphabet, yeah.
Hanboks. I like the
Hanboks, okay. Have you worn it before?
Yes.
You have. How was it?
It was cold.
K-pop?
K-pop, okay.
K-pop and K-drama. These days, I think it's definitely K-pop and stuff like that. Because especially with BTS, it's gotten so big, like all over the world.
I'm more into like the performance aspect of it rather than like the bubblegum kind of cutesy.
I like that word bubblegum.
Yeah.
Hanok.
Hanok, okay. That's a good one. The architectural style of Korea.
The biggest church in the world.
Biggest church in the world is okay. That's interesting.
Yes, then food like bibimbap.
Bibimbap.
Korea has their own style when it comes to fashion.
I'd say style. People take care of their appearances a lot. So I'd say that people are just really paying attention to health, to skincare, to how they present themselves. And it's really nice.
I guess it is a different style.
Yeah.
People look a little classier here, I guess. I don't know.
That style has been going over to Europe lately.
For me, it's kind of like the like collective companionship. I don't know if that's the word. Like everyone takes care of each other in a way that I have not experienced in my home country. I'm in a dance club, and even after the first practice, they were like, "Oh, how are you getting home? Let me walk you like as far as I can. Be safe." Like,
they care about your safety a lot.
Yeah.
Even though this is like the most safe country in the world.
The obvious answer is probably everyone gives you is like kimchi, bibimbap.
Kimchi, all right.
But
Yeah, this.
I don't think so. Like this celebration of 100 days or something for children, or the first birthday also is a big deal, or the way that weddings are done. Those are kind of cultural staples that have merged with Western traditions as well. But I think those are much more Korean than necessarily the food.
My first thought is food.
Kimchi.
As well, but I feel like it's also a lot more than just kimchi. Like the whole side dishes, the whole attire. Also the jigaes and all different stews, soups, and the food sharing culture. Yeah, I feel like this is a traditional thing that is still very prevalent today as well.
What do you think is one thing culturally that sets Korea apart from Japan or China or other Eastern countries?
I'd say just the history is different. Like obviously, when you have so many different countries that are kind of very close together, you are obviously going to get a lot of influence from other countries. But I feel like the architecture is very slightly different. Like if you know what to look for, it's kind of obvious, especially like period clothing. Like I think
hanbok.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
and the modernized one too. That's very interesting.
Modernized hanbok.
Yeah, and it's like when you can differentiate that from like say a Japanese yukata, like it's almost just like, how did I think these were the same thing? It's like those little differences that really set Korea apart because they were always part of like a bigger picture from the past. And I feel like Korea continuing to bring those into the modern period, like opening museums, like the palaces still being open for tours and things like that. I feel like
경복궁.
Yeah, and I feel like more foreigners should be able to like kind of embrace the Korean culture and really see what sets it apart.
I see. That's great. Yeah, we got more of an insight besides K-pop in this. I like it. Thank you. All right, thank you for your time. Give me a thumbs up, and then yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Did you enjoy this video? If so, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you're currently studying English, I highly recommend you join my channel membership. Once again, I'm Sean, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. 안녕하세요, 여러분. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sean. In this lesson, I'm going to give you 7 tips that you can start doing today to make your English sound more natural, more like a native speaker. Also, I want to say that this video is sponsored by Italki. Italki is probably one of the best online resources for one-on-one language tutoring. In this case, for you guys, English. On Italki, you can learn English from native English speakers from all around the world.
You can even select the country you want your teacher to be from.
And if you click the link down below, you can get a small discount when you sign up. Now, let's begin with the 7 tips that you can start doing today to make your English sound like a native speaker. By the way, as you guys probably know, I'm American, so I'm only talking about American pronunciation. British English, Australian English, and other dialects of English have different pronunciation rules. Let's start with this sentence. Most English learners will read it like this. What do you want to do? In American English though, native speakers say it like this. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I think many people already know that native speakers don't say, what do you want to? Instead we say, wanna. But I want to add though that we don't say, what do you want to do? We say, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I want to eat dinner then watch a movie. What do you wanna? What do you want to do? What do you want to eat? What do you want to see? What do you want to eat? I want to eat some pizza. Here's the next sentence. Most English learners will say this. I'm going to see my friend later. And if you've been studying English for a little while, you might say this. I'm gonna see my friend later. But native speakers actually say this. I'm gonna see my friend later. I'm gonna see my friend later. I'm gonna see my friend later. Don't you have to meet your friend now? Nah, I'm gonna meet him tonight. So I'm going to turns into I'm gonna cook dinner now. I'm gonna see a movie later. I'm gonna call my mother now. I'm gonna talk to my boss later about this issue. All right, sounds good. Here's the next sentence. Many English learners will say this. What did you do yesterday? However, native speakers actually say this. What'd you do yesterday? What'd you do yesterday? What'd you do yesterday? What'd you do yesterday? So if you're talking naturally and fast, it's too difficult to say, what did you do? So we just say, what'd you do? What'd you do yesterday? What'd you do last week? What'd you do this morning? So any question that has a did and a you, like what did you do or what did you eat, you can just say, what'd you do? Of course, when you say it slow, it sounds a little weird, but when you say it naturally, what'd you do? What'd you eat? This is how native speakers pronounce this. Why'd you leave the party so early? I was so tired from work. I just didn't have any energy to talk to people. Let's move on to the next example. Many English learners will say this. How'd he do it? But native speakers actually say this. How'd he do it? How'd he do it? How'd he do it? It's too difficult to say how'd he do it when you're speaking quickly and naturally. So we just say how'd he do it? How'd he do it? Hey, did you hear? John made a ton of money this year. How'd he do that? It almost sounds like you're a cowboy, right? Howdy, y'all. How'd he do it? How'd he do it? So whenever there's a did followed by a he, you can just say, how'd he do it? What did he say? What'd he say? What'd he say? Who did he talk to? Who'd he talk to? Hey, is John here? No. Where'd he go? Not sure. Let's move on to the next example. Most English learners will say this. I'm trying to find a good place to stay. But native speakers actually say this. I'm trying to find a good place to stay. I'm trying to find a good place to stay. Since it's too difficult to say trying to, we just say tryna. I'm trying to find a good place to stay in Singapore. I'm trying to find a good place to stay. I'm trying to find a job. I'm trying to understand. Wow, you look so healthy. Have you been working out? I'm trying to eat healthy and go to the gym more these days. Here's the next example. Many English learners will say this. Do you know what I mean? With this one, many people make the mistake and say this. You know what I mean? This is slang, and it's not wrong, but you wouldn't say this at the workplace or to your family. Instead, you would say this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. It's too difficult to say, do you know what I mean? When you're speaking naturally. So we say, you know what I mean. Hey, how's your new YouTube channel going? It's good, but I still have to find a good editor and an assistant. I just want to find some good people and start producing content. You know what I mean? Here's the last example. Many English learners will say this: some of the students are tired. But native speakers actually say this: some of the students are tired. Some of the students are tired. Some of the. We don't say some of the, we say some of the. I think some of the students are tired. Some of the students are tired. Some of the buildings are old. Some of the apples are rotten. Should we start the meeting now? Some of the people haven't arrived yet. Let's wait 5 more minutes. Alright guys, if you follow these examples, you're going to sound so much more like a native speaker. As a bonus, I will now show you a dialogue that includes all 7 of these tips. Hey Bob, what'd you do on the weekend? I saw the new Avengers movie. Oh yeah? I saw it last week. What'd you think of it? It was pretty good. I really liked the ending. I'm gonna see it again next week with my friend. Anyway, what'd you do on the weekend? I went to my brother's bodybuilding competition. Oh wow, how'd he do? He got 5th place. Some of the other contestants were huge. Anyway, I'm really proud of him. Wow, that's amazing. I'd love to get some tips from him. I'm trying to put on some more muscle these days. You just have to follow a good routine. Consistency is so important. I know, but with work and my family, it's so hard to stay consistent with my diet and workout routine. You know what I mean? Yeah, totally. If you want, I can help you make a good diet and workout plan. That would be great. All right, everyone. That's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Did you enjoy it? If so, please let me know in the comments down below. Once again, I'm Sean, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
안녕하세요, 여러분. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sean. So today I'm going around Seoul talking to tourist guides. You know, the people who wear red, who help tourists with directions and translations. I want to see how well they speak English, and I want to know how well do you have to speak English in order to work a job like this. So the plan is to go to 3 locations: Dongdaemun, Myeongdong, and Hongdae. I hope to find some of these tourist guides and interview them for a bit. Alright then, let's go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, we're here in, I guess, Dongdaemun?
Yes, right.
Yeah. You speak English really well.
Thank you.
You must have to speak English well for this job.
Yes. We need a qualification to get into this company. So, like TOEIC or TOPIC score, or JLPT for Japanese interpreter, or HSK for Chinese interpreter.
Yeah. And how did you learn English so well for this job, like before working here?
I used to work for US Army base in Korea.
Oh wow.
As a tour guide.
And did that help your English?
Yes, because I have to, take people to tourism spots in Seoul or even in Korea. So.
Yeah. Do you think your English is improving even more as you're working here? Or kind of just saying the same things all the time?
I think it's about the same.
Okay.
But yeah, I do learn too.
Okay.
Because when tourists ask something, and then if there's something I don't know, like about a specific word, then I ask them again, can you spell it out or can you write it down here?
Interesting.
And then I try to memorize that word so I can, speak it later on.
I'm gonna guess you're MBTI.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. And then?
Oh shoot, okay. I don't know you. No, I have no idea. I mean,
yeah, but actually there are a lot of workers whose I.
Really?
Too.
So that's really interesting to me. How can you be I and work this job? You must be so tired, right? Talking to people, like your battery is going down.
So I think same.
Yeah.
It's quite odd. But since I work here, I saw a lot of people who's I. Here.
Yeah.
So.
What's the most common thing people ask you? Where's the bathroom?
Yes. Very simple things. Where's the bathroom? Where's the subway station? Where's the taxi stop? Or where's the trash bin? Where's the smoking area? Those kind of stuff.
Where's the 맛집?
Yes,
kind of thing?
yes, of course. Do you recommend any specific restaurant? That kind of question.
Got it.
Yeah.
그럼 한국어 좀 할 수 있는 외국인들도 취업 가능해요?
자격이 맞으면 할 수 있어요. 저희 외국인 전형이 있어요. 네,
있어요.
취업 비자 있으면 할 수 있어요.
그럼 한국어랑 저 영어 잘하니까요.
네, 근데 한국어도 할 줄 알아야 돼요.
네.
저희는 한국인도 안내하는 일이기 때문에.
약간 뭐 다른 지역에서 오는 사람들, 서울
네네네.
여행으로 오는 사람들 위해서?
네, 맞아요. 그래서 저희 동대문 팀에도 우즈베키스탄 분이 있어요.
그럼
러시아어 담당으로.
몇 개 국어 할 줄 알아요?
한국어랑 러시아어. 네.
영어도 좀 할 수 있겠네요.
영어는 그분은 잘 못하세요.
그래요? 그럼
네네.
영어는 기본 아니에요?
아니요, 담당 언어가 하나씩만 있으면 되기 때문에 그분은 러시아어 담당이신 거고 저는 영어 담당인 거고 이렇게 되는 거예요.
한국말 잘하시네요.
저는 한국이니까 원래는 저희 2명이서 같이 근무해요. 네, 그래서 뭐 영어 담당 1명, 일본어 담당 1명 이런 식으로 같이 해요.
마지막으로 ENFJ.
ESFJ.
ESFJ.
Yeah, almost close.
All right. Thank you so much.
No worries, no
You were
worries.
amazing.
Thank you.
And
Have a good time.
thank you for helping people.
No worries.
So you guys are helping with Chinese and Japanese?
Yes,
Tourists, Chinese and Japanese?
Yes, it's Japanese speaker and then Chinese speaker. So we are tourist information service.
Amazing. But still, you speak a little bit of English. That's amazing.
Thank you. But very little bit.
And even you guys, do you have to speak a little bit of English or not? You don't have to.
We need to speak little bit English because many tourists speak English.
So like a basic.
Yes, basic.
Oh, really? Interesting. Do you need a certification? 인증 같은 거? Like 영어를 할 수 있다는 그런.
인증. Like topic or
토픽 같은 거? 예.
우리는 필요 없는데 잉글리시 스태프는
필요해요.
토익 필요해요.
그럼 저 같은 한국어 좀 할 수 있는 외국인들도 취업 가능해요?
네. 조금은 안 돼요.
조금 잘해야 돼요.
한국어 1급 있으셔야 돼요.
1급.
네. 그리고 이제 이거 자격증이 있거든요.
네.
그거를 합격을 하셔야 가능해요.
가능해요.
네.
오, 알겠습니다.
네.
그럼 따로 테스트가 있겠어요?
예, 테스트 저희 많아요.
많아요.
네.
오, 어렵겠네요. 그럼 공무원이라고 할 수 있어요?
공무원은 아니에요.
그냥 관광 쪽,
네,
관광 분야.
통역 안내사.
그렇군요. 알겠습니다. 그러면은
한국어 잘하셔가지고.
한국어 너무 잘하시는데.
감사합니다. 저 여기 사실 여기 오래 살았어요.
네, 그러신 것 같아요.
네. 알겠습니다. 수고하세요.
네, 감사합니다. 안녕하세요.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Can I just say first thing, your English is fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Hello. So, do you need a English certification to have this job?
Yes.
Yes.
You should have either a certificate for tourist interpreter.
Oh wow.
Or if you have a proper like TOEIC or TOEFL test.
Yeah.
Certificate. You could apply for this job.
Really? Is it a hard job to get? I think it would be, right?
Not that hard, in my opinion.
Not that hard?
Yeah.
Okay, but you have to speak English well.
You should speak English or other language like Japanese or Chinese.
Oh, really? Where are people usually from who ask you? Just all over the world? Is it
mostly from Japan or China and Southeast Asia, and also from Western countries?
Oh, really?
But after COVID,
COVID, yeah.
Yes, also the local people, Korean people.
Oh, from other parts of Korea.
People from other parts of Korea, but the Seoul citizen of Seoul.
Oh, wow.
Or like popular restaurants or other tourist spots.
So you have to know all the matchibs and stuff like that.
Yeah, we should know that.
Oh, interesting. 그럼 저 같은 한국어 좀 할 수 있는 외국인들도 취업 가능해요?
네, 가능하죠.
This seems like a very hard job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you must be MBTI E.
No, I'm I.
Oh, really? Even though you speak to people all the time?
Yes.
Do you think most people are I or E? Must be E. I might be wrong though.
Maybe 50-50, but
50-50.
But I suppose E has a little bit more
advantage. Yeah.
In work this job.
I gets tired.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your help and for your time. Have a great day. Yeah, and thank you for what you do. How long have you guys been doing this job?
In my case, I've been working here for around over 5 years.
5 years in this job?
Yes. To apply for the company, so we have to prepare the certification of the English or the Chinese or Japanese.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes. And actually, I've been worked and lived in Australia.
Oh, you were in Australia?
Yes, for 1 year.
For 1 year. Where were you?
Do you know Hobart? In Tasmania. It's a small
I
island.
have no idea. Yeah, I went to Melbourne and I went to Brisbane.
Okay. So both are really good choice.
Yeah, that's really cool. So I'm imagining like your MBTI. You're probably E, right?
난 I인데.
I. Really? You're I and E?
Maybe E. I guess. I'm not sure because I don't care about that kind of things.
Test?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
it's just for fun.
yes, for fun.
But I'm curious because you're always talking to people, you love people, you're helping people.
Yes.
Maybe E, but you're I. Yes. Oh wow, so people really do ask you a lot of questions.
Yeah, that's why we are here.
All right. I will leave you alone. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You were amazing. And you speak English so well.
Oh, thank you so much.
Can you work in this job without a certification? You need one.
I need.
You need it?
Yes.
Interesting. Interesting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Bye. Alright everyone, that's it for this video. My overall thoughts after the interviews are that these people speak English very well, they need a lot of qualifications, and even the interpreters who specialize in Chinese and Japanese also speak a basic amount of English. I thought it was very interesting though that a lot of these tourist guides were actually introverted. They were I's. You would think that they would be E's because they're talking to people all the time. I didn't expect that. So what did you guys think of this video? Please let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you're currently studying English, I highly recommend you join my channel membership. Alright everyone, once again I'm Sean, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. 오늘 비가 온다고 해서 나가기 전에 창문 다 닫았어. 오, 센스. Sense. Sense what? This is Konglish. Native speakers won't know what you're talking about. Here's what you can say instead. I heard it was going to rain today, so I closed all the windows in our apartment before we left. Good call. Nice going. Nice job. Glamour. If you say this in Korean, it just means a woman with a nice body. 벤은 glamour 좋아하는 것 같아. 맞아. Ben likes glamour. Oh, really? Do you mean he likes Hollywood or Broadway? I guess everyone likes a little bit of glamour. So if you want to say the Konglish word glamour in English, you can just say curvy or busty. Ben seems to really like curvy women. Ben seems to really like busty women. Yeah, right. He's always trying to ask models out.
Oh my god.
안녕하세요, 여러분. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sean. So everyone loves a good scary movie. But scary movies differ from country to country. There's a big cultural component to what scares people. Here in Korea, for example, you'll find that in scary movies, ghosts usually take the form of people. However, in the West, ghosts are usually unseen or just forms of energy. You've all seen that classic image of a ghost that just looks like someone put a white sheet over themselves. So in this video, we showed several Americans some clips of scary Korean movies. We showed them the movies Our Point, Koksang or The Wailing, Kidam or Epitaph, and finally we showed them Gonjiam, Haunted Asylum. It was a lot of fun sharing culture through scary movies. And I think that Anna, one of the hosts for this channel, did a great job introducing these 4 movies to her American friends. Without further ado, let's begin.
This is gonna be like Wendigo situation. Ooh. And the camera was like a little shaky for a moment, so it got me a little worried.
이게 무슨 삽질이야. 이경장님, 안 그렇습니까?
Okay, but the sound quality of the pee. Which is probably just a water bottle.
It's probably just a water bottle. Oh, okay. He goes left. noticed that before. Oh, the music's making it like ominous.
No, why are they not moving like that? Uh-oh. No. No, something's wrong.
That's so creepy how they all go down.
How did they do that without like some sort of signal?
That's what I'm
Because he
wondering.
would have had to known. He just did it like after them.
That would be me.
I really don't. I'd
I'd
be
be
like,
like,
this is not even funny.
I'd be
This
like,
is not
I don't
funny
like this
anymore.
prank.
I'd be so mad if this was like an actual joke.
I wonder if this one's supposed to be like if it's supposed to be a horror movie or just sort of like a ghostly army movie.
It's kind of like how it wasn't something like in your face, like horror or anything. It's like kind of like
subtle scary.
Yeah, subtle. Because
Like,
you don't know what's going on.
You don't know what was going on.
So it's
They
like the
just
fear
kinda
of the
disappeared.
unknown that you're like, what is going on?
I want to know what happened to them.
They really missed out on like a camera angle of like when they're going down. If he would have gone down too, and like maybe there could have been bodies. Like why are they just like ghosts have to haunt a place, an area either where it has a moment to them, like a memory, or there are corpses around there. Like I feel like that could have been like corpses.
I bet if we watched the movie and like actually understood what was happening a little bit, we'd probably be a little more scared.
Yeah,
But,
where
like,
did the sergeant go? Or what
yeah,
was
it
going
was like
on
it
with
was
those
like
guys?
they're pulling a prank on him for all we knew. So. Ooh, I don't like that sound. No.
Ooh.
Yeah, the sound.
Ooh, no sir. Oh, in Squid Games.
He's like, I am
number
innocent.
one.
Yeah, that's a nice juxtaposition. Okay, that was unnecessary. The volume did not need to go there.
Uh-oh.
No,
No.
laughing.
No.
No.
Turn around.
Run.
Oh no, his laugh is not even like.
Oh no.
Ooh.
They do so good with the makeup. Like his makeup on point. They have the bloodstains, like the filth. And like look at that. It's so cohesive. But then on there, his white little thing looks very clean, but his face looks dirty.
Don't do it.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I feel like the music and like this one and the last one, it has always been like
suspenseful.
Yeah, that's like spine creeping. Oh. Oh.
They did so good.
He's like live reaction.
He changed back.
Oh, but his hands are still saying.
Ooh. Trim your nails. There's got to be something earlier in the movie.
There has to be.
Something about cameras that's like, because he's panicking the more and more he takes a picture. Oh, what does he look like? Oh.
Or maybe the flashes like dilate his eyes.
Oh.
Maybe there's a science behind it. Maybe there's a cultural behind it.
Yeah, mad case of scoliosis. Ooh, no.
Honestly, props to their makeup department. That's a makeup department.
That's a makeup department.
And that transformation, like that was clever. And honestly, the old man was like on point with his acting.
Mm-hmm. It's like the undertone of it. It's very ominous and like building up the suspense instead of going straight horror, like jump scare or something like that.
Because like in American scary movies, they like chase you, or they like are like instantly chasing you, or like trying to kill you, or there's some sort of like instant like death type
Yeah, because
situation.
like the guy just stood there.
He was like,
well, I feel like in typical American horror stories, they like would have already started running, and
Or,
that's
like,
where like
fighting
the whole
or doing something.
like the chase scene would happen.
Yeah.
And that's when they usually trip on a log or something,
they're
and then
like,
they're dead.
"Oh!"
Yeah.
This happened.
Yeah. Stress.
He looks like a doctor, a drunk doctor.
It's like the sounds are just unsettling.
Oh, ew, I don't like that.
What is that? Is that
I don't
fire?
like it.
Oh.
I forget about the sounds.
I can't. Oh my gosh, her cry. Oh. Is that her or was that the fire? Like crackly. Oh no. Oh my god. Yeah, literally. Oh no. You gross. I can't stand it.
Close your eyes. Just go back to sleep. Just go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh no.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close. Yes.
No, I'm scared. Don't open it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ugh. The sounds.
The tears. How do they do that?
Brushing of the hair.
Ooh. Oh, that one gave me chills. That one was scary. Imagine sleeping Yeah. and that thing just being
Oh.
there.
That one I feel like has the best cinematography.
And it has a lot of symbolism. I love the story away. And that one is so good.
No, but the thing that made it like even I feel like scarier than the other ones because like in typical like for example that scene where it was like she closed her eyes and then she woke like you would instantly think would be like the mom showing up like screaming like something loud to just jump scare you, but she opened her eyes and she was just
like there by
there.
herself.
So yeah, and so I think like that anticipation made it even worse instead of full out like
Because you're like, where is she?
Yeah,
Where
you're
is
like,
she?
where is
It
she?
can't just
What's
end
going
like
on? Yeah.
I was like, she's coming for you.
Yeah.
You better keep going.
Ooh, that one was good. That was a scary one. That was a good one. Oh.
Honestly, the audio in all of these scenes from like
The little chattering
sounds,
thing, whatever
the
the ghost is doing. Her little. I'm like, oh my gosh.
it's so good because there's symbolism about like grief can be terrifying. Like the dead can be terrifying, and it's like it haunts her. And I feel like a lot of it was guilt too. Like maybe there is some guilt. Cause I mean, when the mom is brushing her hair, which that audio of getting the brush in. One thing I noticed is when they're looking in the mirror and it like zooms out, but there's also a road in the background.
Good point.
So it's like a road to something else, but like it's being blocked on. So maybe it's like in order to like move on past this road, you have to get through this reflection, this self-reflection. And sometimes self-reflection is terrifying. This was genius. I think like it's a masterpiece now.
It's master. Ooh. I feel like since this is the last one, this has to be the scariest one. No. It's like point of view. It's like first. No.
You can tell she's already seen something because she's crying so hard. No.
Oh, I don't like this.
That would be me too.
Stop. Keep your eyes on the thing. Is that a voodoo doll?
Nope. Are doing like a tapping.
Is that another one?
I don't know. I thought it looked like there was one in the corner. Oh my gosh.
You moved and it kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Throw the doll at it. That's what I would do.
It's not gonna do anything.
You're
You
trying to
just get
scare
angry.
me. I'll skull you.
Does it have a head?
It doesn't look like it. I know. I'm expecting.
I'm waiting
like,
for
no. Yeah, I'm waiting like.
Oh, don't look away from it.
Why?
You can do that. You can grab the doorknob without the flashlight on it.
Yeah, I'm like expecting like a big bump, and it. What?
No.
What? Oh, she's gone!
She's dead!
Oh, she's dead! That was, yeah. First mistake. Never go to an asylum. It gives you like a lot of false alarms of when you think the thing's gonna go after her.
Yeah.
And so
it gives you
yeah.
like false hope. And you're like, oh, maybe it won't run after her. Maybe it won't. And then it's just like, nope.
Yeah, and then it does, and
Got
you're like,
him.
ooh, the anticipation kills you.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that was like the sounds for like all of them. They were really well done.
Ominous.
Yeah,
Intense.
and made it like creepy. Like something was at the back of my neck, like something right here, and I was just like, ooh, I don't like that. Like the shiver. Ooh, got my toes curling.
But how would you compare the ghosts in these clips to American ghosts? What are the biggest differences? What are your final thoughts?
America horror relies a lot on jump scares, which is bothersome. Whereas I feel like in these ones, it's more about having more of that story arc, having a consistent like uneasiness. Whereas American Horror gives it to you in dosages. Like it dosages out. Like here's a jump scare, here's a jump scare. And I think that's because Americans just aren't very, when it comes to America filming, they're not very consistent on like having it stretched out. But I blame ADHD for that. I actually really enjoyed some of these, like Epitaph. I thoroughly enjoyed. Haunted Asylum is something like I probably would watch on like Netflix, like like just scrolling on like I want to have a horror movie night. Okay, this, like I said, there's a template to like those like self-record kind of movies, and it would fit in that category, and I would totally watch it. Epitaph #1, honestly. Epitaph did everything right. Like the whole cinematography, they told a storyline. She never said a word, like actual like conversation, but you understood everything.
100% agree.
Masterpiece.
And I feel like with the ghosts that are in like in American movies, it's kind of like you rarely ever get to see them. You get to see more of the things that they're doing that's trying to torment the people in it. And so it's like the big finales when you see the ghost. And I think with like Western movies, what they try to do, because they have like the whole like hero's arc. Like you have your character who's like the main character, and then they have it like the problem, and it goes that, and then to make it like a good or happy ending in a horror film, they beat the ghost or the bad guy, and then kumbaya, everyone's good.
Or everyone escapes from it.
Yeah,
and
everyone
they just
escapes.
Leave the haunted house by itself.
Yeah, or they're able to like get rid of the ghost, and then you see like the ghost or whatever is like burning in fire. They're like, no, you beat me. But I feel like with these, like I bet with that last clip with that girl that gets dragged, that's probably how it ends.
Yeah.
And you know, like, and so I feel like with Eastern movies, they kind of don't give you that like happy ending or like the heroes succeed in the end that I feel like Western movies focus on with horror.
Yeah.
So like, oh, you know, sometimes the ghost does kill you and they live the next day for their other victim. So I feel like that's what makes it like so gruesome. Like, ooh. Like, I can take on American Ghost all day.
Any day.
I know I can win. I'm just kidding. I liked it.
Yeah, really good.
Yes.
10 out of 10 would do it again.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Did you enjoy this video? If so, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you're currently studying English, I highly recommend you join my channel membership. Once again, I'm Sean, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
텐션이라는 말 알죠?
지금 텐션 좋다. 텐션 떨어졌어요.
하지만 텐션을 영어로 말하면 원어민들이 이렇게 반응할 거예요.
The tension is good. You like it when people fight? The tension fell down. That's a relief.
텐션을 영어로 말하면 고통이라는 부정적인 의미예요. 대신에 이렇게 말해보세요. The vibe is great.
The vibe at the party yesterday was great.
뭐뭐 때문에 텐션 떨어졌다 영어로 말하고 싶으시면 It killed the mood.
Man, it really killed the mood of the party when the DJ left. Man, it really killed the mood of the party when the DJ left.
Today we're in the streets here in Seoul, South Korea, and we're asking people from all around the world to choose between two options. The first is $1 million given to you 3 years from today. The second is 5 Bitcoin given to you 3 years from today. I'm very curious as to what people will choose, and I also want to know their reasoning. All right then, let's ask some people.
10억 in 3 years.
Really, why?
Not a risk-taking person?
Okay, Bitcoin's too risky.
I think so.
Okay, good answer. Thank you very much. Hi, where are you from?
The US, the $1 million.
Is there a reason why?
I don't know a lot about Bitcoin, nor do I trust it as much.
Okay.
And as clearly shown by the pandemic, you never know how things are gonna go. $1 million, I know what that is.
Yeah.
So I'll take that.
Are you concerned at all about inflation down?
Oh, 100%, but considering that my whole life has been controlled by inflation, I'll never really own property or, you know, have social welfare.
You might own property one day.
Maybe, yeah. Fingers
Work
crossed.
hard, yeah. Yeah, you can do it.
But no, I'll still take the $1 million.
Fair enough. Thank you so much for the answer.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll choose 5 Bitcoin.
Why?
I think the Bitcoin's price more getting higher and higher. And next year, I think it's over 100,000. Yeah.
For 1 Bitcoin?
Yeah.
In just 1 year?
Yeah.
So in 3 years, it'll be easy, go over 200.
Yeah. Hyperinflation will come to us.
So Bitcoin is a good choice.
Yes, more better choice.
Great. Thank you so much. Hey guys, where are you from?
Sweden. Stockholm. 3 years, $1 million.
3 years, $1 million.
Yeah, 3 years, 1 million. Yeah, same. Bitcoin is decreasing, you know, like it's not a big thing. I don't trust it. No, I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
You don't trust it?
And I've heard it's like the value of it, it's decreasing. Yeah. That's what I read like yesterday in the news. Okay.
Bitcoin has actually increased in value every year, with the exception of 1 year.
Okay.
On average.
Okay.
Just
quick fun fact.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Money like legit, like having the physical, or not physical, it feels safer. Yeah.
Okay. Are you not worried about inflation?
That's true though. After this pandemic, you never know what happens to the economy, so I would still go with the $1 million. I would choose $1 million.
$1 million?
Yeah, because I don't know enough.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
$1 million.
$1 million.
3년 동안 저는 기쁘고 싶지 마음 졸이고 싶지 않아요. 블록체인 기술의 전망이 밝다는 거는 모두가 부인할 수 없지만 저는 3년을 기다리고 싶지 3년을 마음 졸이면서 있고 싶진 않아요. 그래서 10억 확실한 기쁨, 마음 졸임 대신 확실한 기쁨. 그러면 션이 저한테 지금 10억 준다고 했으니까 3년만 기다리면 되죠?
No. Okay, 10 Bitcoin or 10억?
10 Bitcoins.
Yeah.
Same.
Same answer. Wow.
Yeah, 10억.
Interesting. Same reason.
Yeah,
같은
same
이유로.
reasons. But if you say 20, I think it one more time.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
USA.
Okay. You have 2 options. You can either, in 3 years from today, receive $1 million or 5 Bitcoin. What would you choose?
Will a Bitcoin be worth 200 grand? That's the simple way to look at it, but you also have to consider inflation on the dollar.
That's right.
Next you have to consider the utility of either a dollar or Bitcoin. So in other words, how easy or difficult will it be to transact and get things you want with one of those things?
Yeah.
And then finally you have to consider the tax implication of consuming something with one of those things.
Okay.
So
you don't have to worry about taxes.
Don't have to worry about taxes. I suppose I'd say Bitcoin, but it seems that even nowadays you could be just as regulated spending your crypto as you are spending dollars, just in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, governments make it difficult to acquire crypto. Most places that sell services and goods don't accept crypto. So what the market values a Bitcoin at in a few years could be 200 grand. Does that mean it really gives you 200 grand of buying power on normal everyday items? Not necessarily. Cautiously optimistic about Bitcoin because I don't need $1 million or Bitcoin at any point. I'm good. But I think, so as the risk taker in me would take the Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Amazing. Thank you so much.
10억, of course.
왜요?
일단 비트코인을 안 하기도 하고 약간 리스키한 것 같고 10억은 약간 딱 정해져 있으니까 그걸 딱 확실하게 내가 받을 수 있는 금액이라고 생각하기 때문에
그러면은 10 Bitcoin or 10억?
근데 일단 비트코인에 대한 개념을 잘 모르기 때문에 I'll just go with 10억
100 Bitcoin.
아씨
Just kidding. Okay.
혹시 모르게 100 간다
Okay. Thank you so much. Hi, where are you from?
I'm from the United States. Cryptocurrency is hot right now, but there is also like, it goes up and down a lot.
Yes, volatile.
But yeah, I would maybe say $1 million if it's US dollars, because the currency seems to be pretty stable and you can invest that in a lot of other things instead of having all of that in Bitcoin.
Well, you can always do whatever you want with your Bitcoin. You can change it back to cash if you want it.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
Are you at all concerned about inflation? Does that influence your decision at all?
Yeah, so that's the other thing is Bitcoin doesn't change as much with inflation as the US currency does, and there's a lot of inflation happening right now, so there is that. So it makes it very difficult.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, bye. Hi guys, where are you from?
We're from Norway. I'd say Bitcoin.
You take the 5 Bitcoin. Why?
They're still growing, and with the metaverse and like the blockchain becoming a bigger part of society.
More mainstream.
More and more mainstream.
So we don't know, it might stay here forever.
Yeah.
But even if it doesn't, you think it's going to be around for a long time?
Yeah, at least a while.
Yeah, so you choose the Bitcoin. What do you think?
I think it's really, really hard because I also know that it's growing, and I also think it will be here sometime.
Okay.
So maybe the Bitcoin.
The Bitcoin, okay.
Yeah, maybe.
How big is Bitcoin in Norway?
A lot of the Norwegian people know about it and have invested or thought about investing. So I think it's common knowledge.
Okay, becoming more mainstream.
Yeah, more mainstream.
All right, that's it. I'm done torturing you. No more. All right, thank you so much.
Have a nice day, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Did you enjoy this video? Let me know in the comments down below. I will see you in the next video. Bye.